Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi, and in today's video we are taking a look at a second wave of Return of the Jedi themed retro collection figures from Star Wars. These are produced by Kenner and Hasbro. Now these are made to look like the vintage original figures, and this wave contains one all new figure which is Mon Mothma, one rarer figure that people always want to get in their collection, Yak Face, and four other more common figures, the Gamorrean Guard, Admiral Ackbar, Wicket and the Emperor's Royal Guard. So as I say, these are retro collection figures, and I've just got this box in the post. Now this is the second time that this wave of figures has been released. I missed out on it the first time round, so when I saw that it was being re-released I knew I had to grab it. So we are going to take a closer look at the packaging, then we're going to open these all up and compare them to their vintage originals. That is everybody except Mon Mothma, which as I say is an all new figure. So let's get on with the video. Right, so here we go. This is the packing box that they come in. You get all 6 figures in one box, and each figure is individually carded. On the front you can see we have an image of the actual figures that you're getting. So we get the Gamorrean Guard, Admiral Ackbar, Yak Face, the all-new Mon Mothma, Wicket Warwick and the Emperor's Royal Guard. It's a really nice clear image and shows you the figures in pretty good detail. They do look a little bit on the shiny side, but I think that may be just because these are either sort of prototype versions of the figures or maybe CG renders. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, they do look a little bit shiny. If we tip the box over, you can see there is a picture on the top that shows images from the actual movie. Otherwise there's not a huge amount of information on this, just the sort of general copyrights on the bottom, and these always appear in multiple languages. But really what I want to do is open this box up and see what all of the cards look like. So let's take a look inside. Bit of sellotape at one end. Let's just cut that, and then you can pull out all of the individual cards. And there we go. So that is the one that I think most people want from this wave, which is Yak Face, because he is one of the harder figures to get if you're collecting original Star Wars figures. I'm not going to say he's the rare, because certainly every toy fair I go to there are lots of them for sale, but he's certainly harder, and people do charge an extortionate amount of money for this figure. Then we have Admiral Ackbar, which doesn't look too bad at all. We've got Wicket there, and then we've got the all-new figure, which is Mon Mothma. That does look pretty cool. We've got the Emperor's Royal Guard. This card I can see is already creased. I've had this problem actually with every wave of these figures that I bought. There'll be one card that has a really bad crease down it, so if you want to collect these and keep them mint on card, do be aware of that. Some of the cards that come out are always damaged. And then we have the Gamorrean Guard. So those do look pretty cool. Let me rearrange my camera and we'll take a closer look at them all. So here we have them all laid out, and I think it's actually a nice mix of figures. I like the fact we've got some big ones, some small ones, an all-new Mon Mothma and the sort of slightly rarer Yak Face. The cards, I do always have the same issues with them. I really don't like the faux aging. I think it really sort of cheapens the look of the card. These cards also have the 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi logo in the corner, which actually doesn't look too bad. We've got the retro collection sticker, which is supposedly getting easier to remove. They said they've got a sort of low tack glue on these, so you should be able to remove them. I'm not going to bother in this instance because I will be opening all the cards, and I actually have a video showing you how to remove those anyway. At the bottom of the feet of the figures we have these sort of multi-language sort of copyrights and sort of safety card. This is what you get with all European release toys. It's something that they have to do, and it is a real shame. Again, I've shown you how to remove that because it is pretty sort of unsightly, especially if you just want to display these as figures. And on the back of the card you can see very little information at all. It doesn't even have photos of the other figures. It's just got the names of the 6 figures in the line, and I'm guessing that's because you can only buy this as a 6-pack. These are not sold individually as far as I know. So yeah, the backs of the cards are pretty disappointing, and they have been throughout the waves of the retro collection. But the figures themselves look pretty good on the card. They are a little bit shiny, but nowhere near as shiny as it showed on that box. The Mon Mothma figure here, which is the all-new one, that's a nice picture of Mon Mothma. Again, fairly sort of simple sculpt on it, which is what you need because these are supposed to look like retro figures. So she's got a fairly simple face sculpt going on there. She comes with Leia's blaster, and I like the look of the sort of the legs on it, nice and thick like the sort of Emperor's leg, so it's all sort of moulded in the clothing and the skirting there. That one looks pretty cool. The other figures are really hard to say until you sort of take them off the card. The Emperor's Royal Guard looks good, the fabric looks right. So I think what we're going to do is just actually open these up and take a proper look at them and compare them to the original. So let me get my knife out, we'll cut these off their cards and take a closer look. And here they are all out of the packaging, and on first glance I have to say they do look pretty good. There's a few immediately obvious issues. I'm going to say the paint is pretty thickly applied to most of them, so that is a bit odd, and I'll sort of show you that in more detail shortly. And I'm really not sure why Mon Mothma has a gun. I would have thought it would be better for her to come with a little wand like Admiral Ackbar does. But overall, I have to say, I think they do look pretty good straight off the card. So now let's get into the full reviews and we'll compare them to the vintage originals. I'm going to start with the rarest one for people's collections, and that is Yak Face, and work my way through to Mon Mothma. So let's take a closer look. Right, so here is Yak Face, and I'm guessing this is the figure that is the reason most people want to buy this set for, because, as I say, he's one of the harder vintage original figures to come by. I'm not going to say he's rare, as I say, because if you go to any toy fair, there are going to be quite a few of them for sale. If you go on eBay now, there are hundreds of them for sale. So he's not a rare figure, he's just an expensive figure. And this retro version, I think, does a really good job. You can see I've got three different versions of Yak Face here. One of them is the original, that's this guy on the left. One of them is a Stan Solo recreation, which is this one. And then this is the one from the retro collection, and I have to say he does look pretty good. The sculpt on it is a little bit soft. That I can say for pretty much all of these retro collection figures. I think they are digitally scanned and then sort of reproduced from that, so they do lose some of the detail. So a lot of the sort of fine details in the fur and on his arms and around his feet has gone a little bit soft, but overall he doesn't look too bad at all. The paint application though on all of these figures, as I mentioned, is really thickly applied. It just seems like they've gone overboard with it. So it just makes it look even more soft because the paint is so thick. On the bottom of his feet you can see there is some copyright information. It's really hard to read. Again, that is because the paint is thickly applied, so it sort of washed it out. And then the sort of copyright information that was on the back of the legs of the original one, which I'll just show you there, has now been sort of mostly removed. Again, there is a little bit of detail there, a little bit of copyright information, but it's pretty hard to read. Overall, I actually think this is not a bad figure at all. The Stan Solo one though is probably the best of the recreations. It's just much sharper in the sort of sculpting, and I think the paint application is a lot sort of less dense, I suppose, and also the colour of it just seems a bit closer to the original. But this retro collection one really isn't bad at all. The weapon is pretty soft and pretty flexible, but yeah, not too bad, not compared to some of the earlier sort of weapons that came with these figures, so that is pretty good. And how is the rest of the figure? I think they've improved the plastic used. It certainly feels a lot sort of thicker and a lot sturdier. Let me sort of bend the original figure I've got here. Yeah, that feels a lot more like the original. So yeah, Yak Face I don't think is too bad at all. Bit soft on the sculpt, bit thick on the paint, but otherwise he's a very passable sort of recreation of Yak Face. And if you need this figure for your collection, this is going to be a good way to get it if you can't find the Stan Solo version. The smallest figure in the set is Wicket W. Warwick. This one's not too bad at all. There's quite a lot of detail on the fur. It's not been lost in the sort of scanning process. His hood fits reasonably well. It is a bit loose and sort of easily removed. I don't remember the original one being so easily removed. Actually, fairly similar, so that's not sort of an issue. The paint though, again, is really thickly applied. Actually, if I take the hood off, you can see how thick the paint has gone on there. It's really been slapped on there. If we compare it to the original one here, if I take his hood off, you can see that you can actually see a bit of the plastic through on the original paint, whereas on the new guy, yeah, it's just very thickly applied. I'll probably get used to that in time. It may be just that I'm sort of so used to this sort of thinner application, but it does look a little bit odd when you see it so thickly applied. He comes with the spear, which again has lost a little bit of the detail, and on this one, again, it's a little bit sort of soft and rubbery, but the plastic of the main figure is pretty rigid. So yeah, Wicket I do like quite a lot. let's put his hood back on so that he can go and fight some stormtroopers on Endor. We go from the smallest to the largest, which is the Gamorrean Guard. This was always a weighty figure. I remember getting this as a child and thinking how cool he was just because he had so much sort of heft to him. And again, it's not a bad looking figure. The sculpt, as I'm going to say with all of these, is a little bit on the soft side, and the paint application again is pretty thick, but the rest of the figure is nice and posable. He feels pretty sturdy. You can rotate his legs freely, and his arms do move pretty well as well. The axe, I think, is painted the other way around. I remember this axe being brown with the silver bit painted on, whereas on this new figure it's silver with the brown wood painted on, so that is a slight difference. And I can also see that on my original figure there's some sort of sculpting marks on the front of it, or sort of injection marks I guess on the front of his legs there. You can see those circles there, and those have been tidied up on this newer version, so that has been removed. His eyes do look a little bit odd, I'm going to say as well. The eye paint on the original one, you can see they look pretty cool. It looks like he's a very sort of evil looking figure, and on this one there's something odd about them. They seem a lot larger, so he looks a bit sort of boggly eyed, and his teeth are really sort of pronounced. So I think that's again sort of slightly over enthusiastic paint application. It's gone on a bit thick, and it's just, yeah, just makes him look a little bit odd, but the rest of the figure is pretty cool. As far as vintage figures go, he's one of the easier figures to find, so it's not going to be a particularly sought after figure in this sort of retro wave, because certainly you can go to most toy fairs and pick up Gamorrean Guards really pretty easily, even with their axes. But still a nice figure, and I think he's going to look pretty good on display. Here we have Admiral Ackbar, and there's not a huge amount you can say about this figure. He's a fairly plain figure. I've always liked the sculpt on him. I like his sort of slightly flared trousers with the yellow stripe going down the side of them. As with the other figures, the sculpt is a little bit soft on this just because of the way they have scanned him in. And again, the paint application seems really pretty thick, but there's a limited amount of paint on this guy. He's got a bit on the sort of sides of his body, he's got a bit on his arms, and then some little details on his eyes and sort of the stripes down the side. So it's not so bad on this figure. He comes with his little sort of stick weapon there, which again looks very much like the original. The only real difference I can see between this and the vintage originals that I've got is the stance that he's in. You can see his legs are a little bit sort of closer together. On the originals, all of the ones I've got, it's got this slightly wider stance, but it's a really sort of minor change. Otherwise, I actually think this is a pretty good recreation. Apart from that sort of thick paint application, I can see there is a little bit of a chip actually just on his pelvis there, so the white paint on the underside has been chipped off. Yeah, sometimes the quality control on these figures is not the greatest. Actually, I can see there's also some marks on the inside of his leg there on the white plastic. So yeah, a few little sort of quality control issues on him, but otherwise, yeah, not a bad figure. The Emperor's Royal Guard is another of those figures that I've always liked, and the main thing to get right with him is getting the fabric right. And I've been recreating capes for this figure for many years now, and it's taken me a long time to find a sort of material that is as close to the original as I can, and I still haven't got anything exactly right. But obviously Kenner and Hasbro know where to source this stuff from, because this recreation here is incredibly good. The fabric is the exact sort of weight and thickness of the original, and it's the right sort of looped fleece and toy knit finish, so that is really very good. The head of the figure is pretty simple, so there's not a lot lost on the sculpting there, and there's really minimal on the paint application, just a little bit of black there for his eyes. Comes with the correct weapon. The actual body of the figure, you don't really get to see that much. The only way to sort of see it is actually to sort of rip the cape off, so I'm not going to do that, but you can see there is sort of all the detail under there. I think the plastic is slightly more sort of vibrant purple than the original one, but this I think is a very good recreation of that original figure, and there's not a lot else I can say about it. It does everything it needs. And finally we come on to the all new figure in this wave, and that is Mon Mothma, and I have to say this one I do really like. It's got the same sort of chunkiness that the Emperor has, and also Anakin Skywalker. The way they've sculpted the legs with all of this sort of the fabric sort of hanging down, I think that works really nicely. I like the sort of naivety in the sculpt in the face. It's not too realistic, which is what you want with these Star Wars figures. The original sculpts weren't that realistic, so I think this does work incredibly well. There's a nice bit of detailing there with paint, so you've got the eyes painted on, the little eyebrows, and then some nice sort of orangey brown hair. The only thing that I'm not 100% sort of taken with is the gun. As I mentioned, I'm not quite sure why she has a gun. When you see her in Return of the Jedi, she's sort of giving a speech and giving a talk, and that's the only time you really get to see her. So why does she have a gun? I think it would have been much better to give her a little wand or a little staff, something like Admiral Ackbar's staff or General Madine, something like that. A gun just doesn't feel quite right for this character. So that's the only thing I'm going to say is a bit odd on it. I just think yeah, a different accessory would have been much better for her. The rest of the figure is really nice. On this one though, I have noticed there is some sort of strange markings inside her leg, like the plastic hasn't been mixed properly. You can see there are some flecks of red actually mixed into the plastic there, which is already starting to sort of leach out a little bit. So that's going to be something I'll sort of monitor over the years, just in case this plastic does start to degrade. Often with modern figures, the plastics used don't last as long as these sort of vintage figures. You'll see that a lot with white figures. So anything that's made out of a white plastic tends to yellow really very quickly, and so this is quite a light material used here, so you may find that this starts to yellow much quicker than a vintage toy would. So it's something to always keep an eye on. But yeah, this figure I do really like, and it's a nice little addition to sort of the vintage line of toys. Will actually sit really well with your vintage Kenner figures. And there we go, that is it for my review of this sort of second wave of Return of the Jedi retro collection figures. I think this is a very good wave. I really like the Mon Mothma figure. I think that's a very nice new addition to the line. Yak Face is also pretty good, so if you don't have a vintage original Yak Face, this is a good way to get him. The stand solo version is still that little bit better, but this is a really good version to have if you can't get that one. And it's a really nice mix of figures. There are a few little niggles with it, as I've said. The paint application is a bit thick and there's some sort of quality control issues, but they are pretty minor. Overall though, yeah, it's a really nice wave of figure, and I'm glad I finally managed to get this into my collection. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you have, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it and want to help me out here at toy-polloi, then why not think about becoming a patron of the channel. You get early access to all of my restoration videos, plus access to an exclusive video series called On the Cutting Mat, where I show projects and restorations that you won't see anywhere else. So have a think about that, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching toy-polloi. Subscribe for more great videos.